Hi, Eamon here from North Africa. I left Dublin on last Friday morning, flew from Dublin to Istanbul, from Istanbul on to Tunis, came into Tunis late Friday night, early Saturday morning, stayed over in Tunis for the night, and then headed down to my holiday resort in a place called Medine. Medine is a holiday resort about 200 kilometres from Tunis, and the plan was to get the train. But when I arrived there, after checking it all out at home and thinking that everything sorted out, there was no trains running on the Friday at all. They were going halfways, but they weren't going the full way down. But I knew there was an alternative, that there's plenty of minibuses that would take you down. So I sourced a minibus, got to a place where there's about maybe 50 minibuses, and they were all bringing people out of the city to wherever they wanted to go. So I got organised and got into a minibus with 8 other people and headed down from Tunis to Mende. We first stopped off in a place called Suez, and we changed buses there. Some people got off there, and then we got on another bus and brought us down the other 70 or 80 kilometres. It cost me roughly around 35 euros in roughly between 30 and 35 euros. I didn't work it out exactly for the 200 kilometres on an 8-seater minibus. It was certainly very interesting, seeing a lot of the countryside on the way down, seeing a lot of the city, as the city has been, anybody knows anything about in North Africa, it can be quite poor. And we drove down, and a lot of very poor quality living accommodations, and unbelievable amount of litter and that around there. Just seemed to have no regard, and pegging plastics all over the place. The ditches, the wastelands, seem to be all covered with plastic bags and bottles and all types of garbage. There certainly is a big cry from the rest, from Europe, and from certainly our green Ireland. It was amazing too when we came closer to the resort, to this area, when we got sea in sight. It was like moving, changing. When we came to Mende, it was like changing from one country to another when we came near the resort. These absolutely beautiful hotels, manicured lawns, manicured trees and shrubs, not a piece of dirt or garbage to be seen. And on the way in, we're stopped by the police, and we all had to be identified where we're going and all the rest, so that nobody was let into this area of the city except you were a tourist or had some tourist business there. A complete different world, but double standards. But I suppose you can expect that in North Africa, and it's only when you come and you see it so blatantly, and maybe you feel a little bit sorry for the people that's so poor, and we're living in such luxury for the week or 10 days that we're here. But then to realise, to look around, that we're leaving money here, and we're adding to the economy here, and there's probably maybe, I think something like 900 people in this hotel. So there's probably maybe as many working here, between food and catering and housekeeping and all the rest, and keeping the pool and all the other facilities here. There seems to be a huge amount of staff, and that, but I suppose that's our contribution, that we don't come, they don't get the money. So listen, that's Eamon, a little story about where I am in Tunisia, 200 kilometres from Tunis in North Africa. So I'll sign off, and I'll show you the beach tomorrow. I'll put up a video tomorrow of the beach. Okay?